Now, as you're all aware that Nio, of course, yesterday gave us their Q1 of 22 earnings results, it is always great to see what big financial institutions think of those earnings and what are their sentiments around those earnings. But of course, before we dig deep into what the big institutions, big financial institutions are saying about Nio's Q1 earnings, please consider hitting that like button if you do enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about the latest development or the latest sentiments that the big financial institutions are saying based on what they saw in the Nio's Q1 of 2022 earnings. And of course, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and you should not take it as a professional financial advice video. Now, of course, if you do, like I said, enjoy this video, please consider hitting that like button, and if you're new, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that at least you become part of the family. Thank you very much, and I'll really appreciate for those of you who have already subscribed to the channel. Now, without wasting any more time, one of the institution or big financial institution that came and of course they gave their sentiment after the Q1 of 2022 earnings, which Nio gave us yesterday, is Mizuho Securities. As you know, the screen, you'll notice that Mizuho Securities maintained a buy rating, or came out and maintained a buy rating onto the Nio stock, which is one of the things that is amazing, or it has to be considered as a good thing. Now, of course, they also indicated, or the price target, or Mizuho Securities price target, is around $55 per stock, which is a very good price target, especially looking at the fact that right now Nio is trading below $19 per stock. So if you have to go in right now and load or pile the boat onto your Nio stock, you're definitely going to receive some very good, wonderful returns from, especially when Nio is trading at, and where of course the Mizuho analyst is of course setting their price target at $55 per stock. This is one of the things that of course it's amazing, and it has to just motivate you to probably load the boat, because according to Mizuho, this is a company which is just to do very well. And you remember that if I'm to take you a bit back about the statements which were made by Mizuho back in 2021, Mizuho, it's one of the companies or big financial institutions that believe that Nio is going to see, or we are going to see Nio generating 30% of its total revenues outside of China, which is something that, getting to see the latest developments and the future prospects, I can easily agree with Mizuho analysts to say that we are going to see more than 30% of Nio's total revenue coming outside of China, because this is a company that, ladies and gents, is not only liked in China, but it is also liked outside of China. I mean, there are so many people that are waiting to buy the ET5 outside of China. There are so many people waiting to buy the ET7 Nio car outside of China, which is something that has to be well noted and be taken as an indication that Nio will also do well in terms of sales outside of China. Now, another big financial institution that just came and of course and gave their sentiment after their earnings, it is Deutsche Bank. Now, you'll remember that Deutsche Bank, for those of you who have been following me, on Monday or Tuesday, I think I did a video about what they were predicting on the Q1 of 2022 earnings results, and I must say that they were almost spot on all the aspects of their prediction, except for their gross margin, which of course we saw that for the Q1 of 2022, Nio's overall gross margin was 14.6%, whereas of course Deutsche Bank had predicted that we'll see the gross margin around 15.8%. But otherwise, as for the delivery guidance, Deutsche Bank already came out and said that they believe that Nio will deliver around 24,000 vehicles for the Q2 of 2022. And guess what? The midpoint of the guidance that Nio came out and gave us yesterday, where Nio came out yesterday and said that they believe, or they are planning to deliver between 23,000 and 25,000 for their Q2 of 2022, which of course the midpoint of that, it's around 24,000, or the average of those two figures, it's around 24,000, which just definitely means that we can easily say that Deutsche Bank's guidance of 24,000, or the deliveries of 24,000, are a bit accurate, looking at the Nio's guidance, which they came out and gave us yesterday, which is something that I think it's important. I mean, Deutsche Bank, you remember that for this year, they already said that they believe that Nio will deliver around 160,000 vehicles for the year 2022, which is something that is incredible. And of course, I already did a video which of course clearly indicates that this then would just definitely means that for the second half of this year, which is the Q2 and the Q3, Nio can easily or will easily deliver over 100,000 vehicles, which of course I've already, like I said, I've already done that video, which is something that must just make you or encourage you to remain bullish and stay long onto this Nio stock, because one way or the other, the second half is going to look very good for Nio especially, which is something that is truly amazing, because we are going to see a lot of production ramp up. So like I said, the only place where Deutsche Bank missed in terms of the guidance was on their gross margins, because, and you all know that one of the things that of course is making the gross margins to be this low is the price hikes in batteries and charging infrastructure in China, of course, which is something that we are not only seeing in China but in the world at large, which is why you will see that in most of the automakers, the gross margins for the Q1 of 2022 were low, which is something that you have to note, and of course always benchmark the low gross margin which Nio produced this quarter against that, which is something that of course it will become much better with time. So one of the most important things around this statement or around the article that was released by Deutsche Bank was that they indicated that they believe that Nio will exit 2022 delivering 25,000 vehicles per month, which is something that is incredible, because ladies and gents, knowing right now that for the month of May, Nio delivered over 7,000 vehicles, and in June they will be delivering, or they're expected to deliver around 12,000 vehicles, and in December, or when we exit the 2022 year, Deutsche Bank believes that Nio will be delivering around 25,000 vehicles on a monthly basis. It is one of the things that makes me right now to want to load as much as possible onto this Nio stock, because this is a stock which is just set to do very well. And as I've said, Deutsche Bank already came out and said that they believe that Nio will report total deliveries of around 160,000 vehicles for the year 2022 and 320,000 vehicles for the year 2023, which is something that is incredible and must just show you that the future looks bright on this Nio stock. There is just so much that is set to take place, which is something that has to motivate you, like I always say, to remain strong and long onto this Nio stock. Now, another thing that of course the Deutsche Bank came out and also highlighted is the fact that Nio did say, of course, they are going to start with the deliveries of their new SUV, which they will be launching next week, called the ES7, end of August, which will be followed by the ET5 deliveries in September. Then of course we are going to get, you already know that we are getting the facelift, or Nio indicated that they will be facelifts of all their existing models, which is the Nio ES6, ES8 and the EC6. So these facelifts that are coming on their existing models will also bring or make Nio to always be relevant also on their existing models, which is something that is incredible and has to motivate you to stay long onto this Nio stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I should just give you the quick sentiments, the quick latest news from some of the big financial institutions as to what are they saying about Nio's Q1 of 2022 earnings results, which I personally believe that they are still very bullish. They are still remaining positive on to this Nio stock, which is something that should definitely also encourage you to remain bullish and probably load the boat on this low trading price, because we know that one thing for sure, Nio is a company that is just set to do very well. It will do very well, and now it's a good opportunity for you to load the boat. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.